Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here today. My name is Devin Joubert, and I am a writer, author, and blogger over at Life Writing Wanderlust. And today I am going to be doing the first prep work video for our Save the Cat series, where we're doing a prep work series before we're actually jumping into Save the Cat, where you'll follow me going through my story and kind of just deciding, okay, this is the opening image, this is the theme stated, and then you can kind of follow along with your own story idea. So today we're going to be going over what genre and word count you're writing in. I am super excited about this, and it's just, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so much fun. Okay. So first of all, I just wanted to kind of go over short fiction a little bit here too, because why not? So flash fiction is about 300 to 1,500 words. Short stories, 1,500 to about 30,000. Novellas are 30,000 to about 50,000. And novellas are anything over 50,000. And novels are anything over 50,000. Sorry about that. Anywho, so that's kind of short fiction. The word count for fiction is, of course, longer. And so we have like romance, 40 to 100K, science fiction and fantasy, 90 to 120, and that can even be sometimes 150,000. Wow, big books, right? And historical fiction is 80 to about 100,000. Thriller, horror, and mysteries and crime, 70 to about 90,000 words. And then young adult, 50 to about 80,000. So it kind of all varies depending on the type of fiction you're going to write. So the book that I am working on is a contemporary, it could be considered a romance. So my book falls in line with the 40,000, 100,000 word genre word count. So for me, I think I'm going to try and aim for my book to be about 60 to 70,000 words, I think. And this book is going to be released in serial format. So I'm going to have smaller chunks in each of those serials that make up the big novel. And by the end, then once we reach the end of the serials, it's going to end up being, of course, you know, that 60 to 80,000, I think, is where I'm going to aim at for my book. Okay, and when it comes to children's books, there's quite a few there's quite a few words, quite a few, not not many. So anyways, picture books, that's about 300 to 800 words. Early readers, that ends up being about 200 to 3,500. Chapter books, 4,000 to 10,000. Middle grade, 25 to 40K. So you start getting a little more there. So I just want to share that in case any of you are wanting to write a children's book. And significantly less words than our adult fiction, but that's to be expected. And then, of course, there's the nonfiction. And if you are a nonfiction writer, this is a good area to pay attention to as well. So standard nonfiction, 70 to 80K. Memoir, 80 to 100K. Biography, 80 to 200K. I think that one wins for the most word count right now, the most words. And then we have how-to and self-help, which is 40 to about 50K. So I just wanted to make sure I shared the nonfiction, children's fiction, and short fiction, just so that we're kind of covering all the bases here before we jump in here. And once you find your word count length, this is super, super cool. I absolutely love the Save the Cat website. So I just thought I would hop on and show this to you guys. Okay, so this is the Save the Cat website, you guys. It's an amazing website. They have like a bunch of great information. I'm not sure why it's not showing up here right away. Okay, there we are. So anyways, one thing I really love is they have like, if you go onto their site, you can go and see all the different beat sheets that they have. They have a bunch of beat sheets for different movies and everything. But okay, so here, if you know like, let's say you know your word count now. So let's just say mine ends up being 70,000 words. So then you can map it here. So this is the beat mapper in Save the Cat. It's amazing. So here it shows you where your opening image is going to be, your theme stated, your setup on the pages, on the exact pages that you are going to need it to be. So you can take that and you can write it down. And when you're figuring out your beats, you're going to know about what page that beat will fall on. So that is super helpful, and I really love this little tool here. It's a great way to just stay on track with where you're at in your beats. And if you have no idea where they would fall, now you sort of have an idea where they would fall. So I absolutely love that. I love sharing that with people. So make sure you use that. It's a great tool. Okay, and now we'll move on to the next slide. So some of the different genres out there, of course, are, like fantasy, science fiction, historical fiction, contemporary, romance, murder, mystery, thriller. There's many more genres out there, but I only listed a couple here that are really famous and everything. So the one that I'm currently working on is, as I told you, kind of like a contemporary romance. And I'm really excited because this one is actually, I've released it once before, and then I took it down because I wanted to like revamp it and get it out to an editor. And so this book, it's kind of like a Christmas love story. So it's kind of fun. So I'm going to be releasing this end of October. It's going to go out over November and going to end right before Christmas. So if you think of a series, like a TV series, that's going to be what it's like. It's little tiny episodes are going to be released throughout October, November, and December. So it's going to be super fun. Okay, I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. So once you've kind of figured out what genre you're kind of aiming at writing, then we'll move on to the next spot here. And this is the Save the Cat genres. And this is like super amazing. It's going to change how you write your book. Save the Cat website again here. I swear, you guys, you're going to end up loving this website, using it so often. It's a bomb. It's just amazing. It's the best website if you want to write anything. So in the Save the Cat series, in the Save the Cat book, there are 10 different genres. And so there's the monster in the house, which is considered the oldest and most primal type of story. And kind of like where there's a monster and there's a house and basically someone who is guilty of bringing the monster into the house. And then they give you examples like The Ring, Saw, Psycho, The Shining, Jaws, Get Out. So anything like that would go there. The Golden Fleece, this one's kind of having to do with something from a story from Greek mythology. The Golden Fleece is usually a road trip. And I love how it gives you examples here, like, oh, brother, where art thou? Planes, trains, and automobiles. However, sometimes the journey can be more of a spiritual one. So like Chariots of Fire, Bad News Bears. The Golden Fleece contains a road which can span oceans, time, and even down the street as long as growth occurs. I love this one, you guys. It's super, super fun. Out of the Bottle, this one is used a lot for fantasy. This kind of comes from that Aladdin tale and everything, so that's kind of fun. Dude with a Problem, this is like with ordinary man or woman facing extraordinary circumstances, and they're kind of unaware that he or she is being dragged into a dangerous world. A sudden event thrusts them into this world. And so what I was going to say, The Hunger Games is a great example of a dude with a problem story, even though she's a dudette with a problem, right? So that one's a fun one. Rites of Passage, this genre is more of a, this one is kind of like following someone as they grow up, or kind of like going through an area in their life. So some examples are like the 400 Blows, 28 Days, 10 Kramer versus Kramer. 10 and Kramer versus Kramer. I thought that didn't sound right. Napoleon Dynamite, So that's a fun one. Then there's buddy love. This one is a lot of like romance, but it doesn't have to just be romance because there's like pet love, and like Winn-Dixie would be considered one of those. And then epic love, forbidden love, professional love. Oh yeah, I'm like sisterly love, Frozen. That's a good example as well. Why done it? This is like the basis of a lot of mysteries. It can be applied to stories in which the audience knows what crime was committed, and even by whom, but does not always know why. And that would be like The Big Sleep, Chinatown, French Connection, Blade Runner, All the President's Men, The Long Goodbye, The Big Lebowski, Mystic River, Fargo, and Captain Marvel. The Fool Triumphant, the ultimate village idiot in which our fool must stand up against an establishment, ultimately exposing the establishment as the real fool. That's a fun one as well. And here are the examples. And then one of the last ones here is the institutionalized. Oh my gosh, I cannot speak today, you guys. Okay, and this one would be kind of like if you could compare it, like I guess like The Devil Wears Prada, Pulp Fiction, The Hurt Locker. So basically the genre of individualism in this story, the institutionalized stories pit the individual against the collective, often with cataclysmic results. Every story contains a group, a family, an organization, or business that is unique in the institutionalized genre. Then, of course, we have the last one here, which is the superhero, and everyone knows what that is, right? There's a super person, and they have these powers, and here's our examples. We've got Superman, Gladiator, Raging Bull, Lawrence of Arabia, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Brazil, Iron Man, and the Joker. So just take a look at this link here. It's super informative, and also has more information too. If you have like questions, you can like click here and you can like go in and find out more about some of the areas like where people have asked some questions and everything. So that's a really good website. I love Save the Cat's website. They just have a lot of great information that really helps you when coming down to writing it and everything. They even have a Save the Cat. This might be on Jessica Brody's website or on Save the Cat, but I'll be sure to include in the links below. And basically, it's a Save the Cat template for writing your scenes, which is pretty cool too. So that's going to be helpful when you start writing your book. So, which is your genre? So I think for this one that I'm writing is the buddy love, of course. And one thing I love about this is that you're going to need your book, your Save the Cat book. Make sure you have this. Save the Cat writes a novel. Best writing reference ever. So when you have your genre, you're going to want to check out in the book. Like I absolutely love how the book has, let me just find my page here. Okay, so I just love how there's like a whole chapter on each of the genres, and it's an amazing book. So once you've found out what your Save the Cat genre is, you're going to want to check out the chapters that are written for that genre in the book. So here is the section for buddy love. I have it post-it noted. And so you're going to look at the chapters and see which one you are and what the elements are for a successful book in that genre. So for the buddy love, in order to have a successful book for this, you need to make sure that your story includes three things: an incomplete hero, a counterpart, and a complication. And so that's really cool. So it just kind of walks you through that. Another thing I really love too is that it tells popular buddy love novels throughout time. So if you want to read more in the genre that you're writing, you can look up one of these books and read it. and kind of learn. And I've also, you can basically, so you can go back to that Save the Cat beat mapper, and you can put in how many words it has, and then you can see where the beat should fall. And then you can take some post-it notes and go throughout the book, put post-it notes where each of the beats fall. And then you'll be able to see as you read it, it's like, okay, is this where it might be a page or two or a few pages off, but you can just like go in there and you'll be able to see where the beats are. So this is really fun. We'll get into that a little more later. But yeah, so make sure you look at your genre inside of Save the Cat. Super, super helpful, you guys. So please get this book. It's something you'll always refer to. Oh, I already mentioned that. So yes, like the books, examples, and popular books throughout time, very good resource. So it's homework time. So now look at the chapters and see which genre you are and what elements are that you're going to need for having a successful book in that genre. And then we will end up moving on with our next video in a couple days. So I am so excited about this, you guys. I just think it's going to be such a fun. I'm just going to come back to my face here. There I am. But yeah, so I am so excited about this. We're just going to have a blast. We're going to write some books, get some books written. And if you want some more help when you're trying to figure out your book, be sure to click the link below. I have a Patreon link, and I have some author mentorship spots open, and so I can definitely help you try and figure out your story structure and help you get your book written. It'll be super fun. So be sure to join the author mentorship tier if that's something you're interested in. Also, as I said before, this is a channel about kind of like getting your book written and, you know, tips and tricks for becoming successful in your writing career. So let's do this, and be sure to hit the subscribe button down below, and I look forward to seeing you here next time. Talk to you later. Bye.